Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I'm going to present my paper about online science learning strategies, challenges, and benefits. The whole world was struck by the coronavirus outbreak. The virus is transmitted very quickly and has spread to almost all countries and become the COVID-19 pandemic. COVID-19 is one pandemic that influences all sectors in the world, including the educational system for learning science. This condition happen and also can affect students psychologically. They can be frustrated and short-tempered when their daily routine is disrupted. However, students must continue to learn through online learning. Online learning is the use of internet technology to improve knowledge and performance, and also as a learning process created through interaction with network-based content delivered through digital platform. This online learning has a high impact, both positive and negative effect. Online learning can refer to flexibility, accessibility, student focus, interactivity, and student improvement. Each online learning course is unique with specific objectives to determine its approach. There are several strategies in online learning, such as video storytelling, branching scenarios, reflecting learning, infographic, webcomics, virtual science laboratories, game-based learning, and more. Interestingly, we want to analyze three strategies in online learning, namely webcomic, virtual science laboratories, and game-based learning, especially in science learning. The evaluation process examines the strengths and weaknesses of online science learning and how the results are generated. Therefore, this paper aims to analyze the challenges and benefits of virtual science laboratories, webcomic, and game-based learning, and also to compare and discover which strategies are more usable for online learning science. The method that uses secondary data analysis that was performed to identify the pattern in existing data and make interpretation. Data collection from scientific paper has been carried out to analyze problems based on deep and critical reviews of relevant references. There were 27 articles both from the Indonesian and international journal were reviewed and synthesized. Several steps in this analysis: first, formulating research question, conduct literature review from the local and international journal, establish criteria by sorting the article, collecting the data, analyzing the data, and writing the finding. First, I will discuss about virtual science laboratory. So, science laboratory activities are also giving advantage in increasing student deeper understanding in science concept and correcting their misconception by forming the link between new information and existing information so that they support a meaningful learning. In this virtual lab gives challenges to both the teachers and also the student. Compared with the traditional lab, virtual lab does not explain about the way things work or theory in action, especially in physics. One of the criticisms of virtual laboratories is the fact that they do not teach laboratory technique and manipulating skill well because students do not work with real materials and equipment. They lack their responsibility and carefulness towards them. Students may feel like they are playing a video game, not in a learning situation. But in contrast, the virtual lab provides learning by doing for everyone. It has various benefits in achieving the various learning outcome. It gives opportunity to do more secure experiments since it is done in the cyberspace. So it will not harm anyone. It can simulate complicated, extensive, and or inaccessible devices. Once it is developed, students may repeat the experiment with no extra cost. The result of the experiment will also come with zero error because the data is all computerized, so that students will be able to focus on the relation between the parameters. The visualization could help students to overcome the gap between micro and macro words, thus leading to better understanding. Virtual Lab also provides additional support to understand abstract concepts and phenomena with a flexible time management. It also always provides observable outcomes, no matter how complex the experiment. Several articles found that virtual labs are able to enhance and improve student problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, conceptual understanding, and attitude toward science, motivation, interest, perception, and learning outcome. The second one is game-based learning. Game-based learning is a learning process that requires question, observation, data exploration, and data manipulation, and it can be used as a classroom teaching tool to facilitate learning. Many teachers have used game-based learning strategies to help students. There are many types of genre in game-based learning. Educators must be able to choose the right genre and appropriate to reach their goals. A challenging game would can shape cognitive abilities with expectation regarding student development in improving learning abilities. So there are challenges of game-based learning, combining engaging game design with learning objective and curriculum, creating a gaming atmosphere that is adapted to all the learners' ability, the costs associated with developing a learning game. Game development requires knowledge and certain proficiency. And game-based learning can increase self-confidence as a learner in the classroom, especially in the area of science self-efficacy, and can improve student performance and the impact of student desire to choose a career about science in the future. There are many concepts that are important in the context of the game, such as motivation, which has aspects related to different theoretical of foundation, cognitive, affective, motivational, and social cultures. Game-based learning also has an important role in teaching by making students collaborate, communicate, interact, and work in teams, research, problem-solving, leadership, teamwork, creativity, logic, decision-making, adaptation, communicative skill, and interaction. Strategic games can improve brain function. Gaming creates dynamic that can inspire students to develop skill and build emotional connection with learning and subject matter. The last one is webcomic. Comics are drawings and other symbols that contagious or adjacent in certain utterances which aim to deliver information and achieve a aesthetic response from readers. Comic, in addition to functioning as the entertainment media, can also be used effectively in order to raise interest in reading, develop vocabulary and reading skill, and can be used as effective medium for learning purposes. The challenge in making webcomic as a learning strategy in a deep thinking skill could be assumed that it's not effective using webcomic. Students limited by the information which provide in the comic because the text and the pictures should be combined well. We cannot using all picture or using all text on comic. Also, science skills such as science attitude, Lab skill couldn't be sharpened and couldn't be assessed. Webcomic could be combined with learning materials such as inquiry-based learning and problem-based learning. It works as media which could engage student critical thinking. The benefits: students generally enjoy working with the comic. Students who learn with comic could achieve higher score, engage some students to increase the creativity, could visually model microscale chemicals and biological processes, and macroscale geological and astronomical processes. And this is the comparison of the benefit that we get from virtual lab, webcomic, and game-based learning. So for virtual lab can enhance the problem solving, critical thinking skill, creativity, conceptual understanding, attitude, motivation, and learning outcome. For webcomic, it can enhance problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, attitude, motivation, and also student scientific literacy. And the last, game-based learning can enhance critical thinking, attitude, motivation, self-confidence, communication skill, decision making, student performance, and student scientific literacy. So this table is I take it from several article, and this is the result. Now we can conclude that virtual lab and game-based learning are an interactive strategy. Game-based learning is more beneficial as a strategy for online science learning. Despite the benefit that came from those three online learning strategies, there will be more effectivity if it is done along with the classroom and hands-on activity to cover up the challenges and limitations. Thank you very much for your watching. Hopefully it's beneficial for you all. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.